Hello, everybody. Welcome to ENbreezEN, the daily current affairs program by Team Emlight. In today's program, we'll be looking into four topics. The first one is the malaria vaccine proposed by WHO. The second one is about the parliamentary standing committees. The third one is Prime Minister PM MITRA for textile parks. And the fourth one is with respect to ASEAN. Coming to the first topic, we saw this news in the Hindu today. It's with respect to WHO endorsing the use of anti-malarial vaccine in Africa. So malaria, as we all know, is a disease that is spread by female Anopheles mosquito. It's caused by a parasite by the name Plasmodium. Various types of Plasmodium are there: Plasmodium falciparum, falciparum, Plasmodium malariae, ovale, etc. So different types cause different types of malaria. This is a typical tropical disease. Do remember, this is a typical tropical disease. So we do come in this tropic. So malaria is an issue that is very much affecting the healthcare system in India, especially in Northeast and Central India. This is a major cause of concern. To address this, we have got the National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program since 2003. Under this, anti-malarial program is being conducted by Government of India. In the early 1950s, the anti-malarial program included spraying of DDT, and after we found about the various environmental challenges associated with it, we scrapped the issue. So the commonly used medicine is chloroquine or hydroxychloroquine. So this was also in news recently with respect to corona. Do look into that angle too. So the common symptoms include fever and flu-like symptoms. Person can be tested after his blood sample is taken. Thereby, diagnosis of malaria can be confirmed along with associated symptoms. So, why Government of India or other nations want to eradicate or is going all ahead with the production of anti-malarial vaccine? The major reason is it's a tropical disease. It's a major concern, and across globe, a number of persons are dying per year due to malaria. If we see across India, nearly 1.5 million deaths are happening as a result of malaria. So, if this happens, we need to ensure if the population is vaccinated and the vaccine is given across India free of cost, or at least in areas where malaria is endemic, it will go a long way in controlling this disease and reducing the mortality and morbidity associated with disease. So most of the malaria affected areas are among the poorest states in India, like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, or Northeast India, where the healthcare system is not well developed. And apart from this, major challenge is most of the malaria in affected areas are remote in nature. As a result of remoteness, proper healthcare facilities is not available in such areas. So these are the major concern associated with malaria. So this was the first topic. Do remember, it's a parasite-borne disease, Plasmodium, and caused by female Anopheles mosquito. So apart from this, you can also look into other mosquito-borne diseases like dengue, chikungunya, Japanese encephalitis. You can also look into that and also see whether any vaccine or medicines are available for it. So this is the first topic. Now coming to the second topic, it's with respect to parliamentary standing committees or parliamentary committees. So we all know the major function of parliament is to bring out new legislations. So when they bring new legislations as a result of changing time, uh, the more and more complex patterns of legislations are coming out, and not all legislative members might be knowing about all the complex issues. So we need a mechanism to ensure all the bills or the legislative process that the parliament is doing is taking place in the right spirit of democracy, and it's an on over a long period of time will help India. So if we need to do that, we need a mechanism, and this mechanism is implemented by parliamentary committees. So they help in drawing expertise in lawmaking, and uh, we have got a meaningful exchange of views because political parties have got a whip. So whip might not allow members of their party to talk freely. So in committees, since the membership is less and outside interference is very low, members might speak freely about various issues and we might get a better result. So the Constitution under Article 105 and 118 have got provisions for parliamentary committees. We got two types: it's the standing committees and ad hoc committees. Standing committees' existence is uninterrupted; it's for a long period of time. Ad hoc committees are introduced for certain specific reasons. Important standing committees include for financial committees and departmental standing committees. In financial committees, public account committee and estimate committees are very important. So for parliamentary committees, the major issue of why this topic came in news is most of the parliamentary committees are vacant as of now, and government of India has not, or the parliament is not able to fill the membership of parliamentary committees. So as a result, various bills have been passed without proper discussion in the floor of the house, and this will affect the true spirit of democracy that the Indian democracy stands for. So to ensure that the bills that are passed are in consonance with the values of democracy, we need to ensure parliamentary committees are filled as soon as possible. So, for prelims point of view, it is better to understand the different composition of parliamentary committee like public account committee and estimate committee. How many members are there from each of those parliament? Whether ministers who will be heading it, whether it's a speaker or it's any minister. Committees in which ministers are not allowed to be members. And when it first came to means year, if any year is specific, first it came. Such content you can look into for prelims point of view. For mains point of view, question can be asked about the relevance or critically evaluate the relevance of parliamentary committees in the present times. So you can think in that angle too. That's the second topic. Coming to the third topic, it's related to Prime Minister Mitra scheme. So it's a new scheme aimed towards improving the textile atmosphere or textile sector in India. It was announced during the 2021-22 Union Budget, and to fulfill this, Government of India, the Union Cabinet approved the PM Mitra marks. So it will help in improving the textile sector in India and make a global presence far better than at present times. So both greenfield and brownfield textile parks can be created. We have got a assistance of 500 and 200 crore respectively for greenfield and brownfield. We have got certain criteria like 50% area for pure manufacturing activity, 20% area for utilities, 10% for commercial development. Do remember these points. And these parks are run as a special vehicle uh, on both by state and government of India in a PPP mode. Various central and state government schemes can be converged this for better implementation and for bringing better output. So nearly seven such mega integrated textile region and apparel parks have been considered over the next 5-year period of time. So do remember this scheme. can be used in GS3 paper for economy, and for prelims it can to be asked. Coming to the fourth and final topic, it's respect to ASEAN. The junta or the military rulers in Myanmar, after recently taking back the rule from the democratically elected government. So we know Myanmar is a part of ASEAN. So ASEAN meet is going to be held soon. All the other meet leaders of ASEAN are reluctant to let Myanmar, let junta attend the ASEAN as a member, because they feel ASEAN, the junta failed to fulfill their obligation towards ASEAN, or the promises they made to ASEAN are not being kept. So, Plum's point of view, you need to remember the 10 members of ASEAN. They are Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Vietnam. We have got a map over here. Do look over the map. 2014, there was a question for arranging the capitals of these ASEAN nations in top to bottom, in bottom to top arrangement. So please look forward to the capitals too. So why if important ASEAN? So the GDP, combined GDP of ASEAN over the last year was nearly 3.08 trillion US dollars. So making it one of the among the top 10 major economic blocks, and the population being huge. So a large number of working force can be provided by ASEAN. It's the third largest if figure need to be mentioned clearly. So these are the important why ASEAN. And if we need to block the China-led movement, means Chinese incursion in this area, ASEAN need to be strengthened. And in that angle, strengthening of ASEAN will help India in blocking the Chinese movement in the South China Sea. Almost all these nations, ASEAN nations, are facing issues from China about their sovereignty in one way or the other. Okay, in that angle, role of India and ASEAN. ASEAN is the fourth largest trading partner for India. We have got various connectivity measures being taken by India and ASEAN, like India, Myanmar, Thailand, Trilateral Highway, Kaladan multimodal project. All these will go in improving the connectivity between India and the ASEAN nations. We have got the Act East policy, which was based upon ASEAN relationship. We have got an annual track 1.5 Delhi Dialogue 2 for ASEAN. So do look into the location of ASEAN countries, the major seas in this area, the straits in India in this area for prelims point of view in geography, location-based geography, and prelims point of view for international organization membership and their mandate. For mains point of view, GS2 paper, international relations, this can be asked the role of ASEAN in this present times, or how India and ASEAN can mutually benefit from each other. So these were the four different topics for today. Thank you. Hope to see you all again.